All right, guys. So I was targeting the lower prices here, but I wasn't 100% confident in entering here because of the fact that I wanted to see a retracement into it. But as you guys can see, price is pretty heavy. I do think we're targeting the lows of 21,237, which is the daily low. It's possible that we want to take the daily low to continue higher and then target the high created at 21,404. So we're gonna have to wait and see what is gonna happen. Let's see. It's a bullish fair value gap here that was disrespected. Ideally, I want to see price come back to it. And then we use this level to short and to target the lower price over here. I just don't know if it's best to do. Okay, we're gonna short here. I was a little afraid to short with NQ, but we are trying to take a little bit more risks here. Um, I want to pass this fund to challenge as soon as possible. So let's see what we get. I will shift my stop loss. But ideally, I want to see price melt extremely fast lower, targeting that daily low. It could be a mistake that I shifted my stop loss higher already. I think ideally what I should have done is entered on both NQ and MNQ, shift my stop loss lower on NQ since it's more risk, and then left my MNQ position open with the stop loss higher. But so far the reaction has been really nice. Ideally, we get lower price candles rushing to those lows. If we are right on bias, I don't know, they could try to tap us out here. We had a nice $500 profit once it was down here, but I want to see if our trade is going to pan out, and there you go. So we were stopped out, $80 profit as of right now. I don't like that it came back here, so we're going to wait to see what else we can do. I should have just taken my profit once it was at $500. That was going to be a nice trade idea. I think we're gonna try. Hold on. Let's see. Right here with MNQ now. Stop loss at the highs. I should have just taken my profit here of 500 because that would have given us some nice profits in case this trade doesn't pan out and we're wrong on bias. But since that's what happened, we entered on a lower risk here on MNQ just in case I am wrong on bias. As you guys can see, the market has been a little choppy and really, really quick to react here. So I don't want to make any mistakes I'm going to regret. I'm trying to, be very diligent with how I trade. so that we don't take any losses that are gonna upset us and send us down a spiral, when it comes to trading. So let's see if now they rush lower to these lows here, which is sell side liquidity. Right there, this one was already taken. That liquidity was taken. So I would like to see price rush lower if we're correct that they're going to target the lows over here. The reason why I wanted to see lower prices is because if you look at the daily, I do want price to come higher and continue higher. We are bullish. However, we have been trading high extremely fast since the beginning of the week. Friday we closed down here, and on Monday, we literally opened up like 1,000 points higher. So I don't know if it's just gonna come tap inside of this fair value gap area that we have here, maybe take out the daily low and then push higher. But that's the bias that I had in mind this morning once I started trading. And it's not gonna show here, but let's see. I'm gonna start taking profits as it goes. My first TP is gonna be at this low here, and then we're gonna leave some going. Let me shift this to MNQ since we're on MNQ and not NASDAQ. And I want to we're gonna shift stop loss to the high over here, so it's less risk. I don't really see the point of it taking me out up there. They could possibly come back inside of this area, but that's the most that I really want to see a trade to. I really do want to see price rush lower if we're right on bias. And so what I was explaining is I would like to see this candle pretty much come lower and retest this fair value gap level here. So as you guys can see, that fair value gap, coincidentally enough, is right near the daily low candle. So maybe trade down there, and then find some support within that area, and then we see higher prices from there once we got a discount. So I don't know how price is going to react near this area, but I'm going to scale my profits out as it goes. Another buy limit will be here, so we can get off of that trade idea. And we'll see what happens here. It's kind of hesitating a bit, which I don't like. I think at this point, I'm going to shift my stop loss to break even because we're already near those lows. I don't see why price would want to come back higher here to give any more entry area for people to enter if they're in a rush to sell to get to that discount level. So, all right, first TP was hit. We modify that tick there. And let's see. I should have just taken that $500 profit on NQ when I had it, but that's okay. If it continues lower here to the low where I'm targeting, we still make another, well, it's 328. If I take just another partial, it'd be another $150 profit, which is fine. If we don't get it, that's fine too. So yeah, stop loss is at break even now. We took that first partial. I would like to see price respect this area. We do have this candle that tapped inside of this bearish fair value gap, so I would consider that an IOFED. I don't really want to see price trade above this bearish fair value gap. I would like to see price respect this order block that was created here. So we're gonna wait and see how price reacts, and if it pushes lower for lower prices, my target being 235.75, 21 235.75. So let's see. All right. Maybe we will get stopped out. Maybe that's not the plan is not to go any lower. So we'll see what happens. Or they're just taking that liquidity, retesting that fair value gap again. But ideally, I really wanted to see price not even retrace down back up there, since we had already tapped it. So it's possible we get stopped out here. If we do, we still have a nice decent profit of around $200. I would have to wait after if we get stopped out here. I most likely would wait for price to show me what it's really trying to do before entering again. There's no point. There you go. So we were stopped out. So far we got 175.70 in profits. A little disappointed that we didn't take profit on that MNQ trade when it was up $500. That would have been a nice amount of profits that we would have taken. Let's see what price really wants to do here. We took that sell side liquidity inside of here. It's possible they just want to continue higher now and take that buy side liquidity here, since this one was already rated. And this one was already rated too. That was the liquidity from. Let me show you guys. Just want to see the sell side of the curve right here. See, when we were selling, we took that liquidity, and now we took those highs. So low, high, lower, low, higher, high. I don't know if they want to take it higher from here. Maybe they don't want to go any lower. But we're going to wait. I'm not going to rush into anything. Because like I said, this is when mistakes are made. So the 10 a.m. candle was just created. Let me switch this to a 4-hour just for us to see how that looks like. So this is the 10 a.m. candle right here. So now the question is, when they say you want to catch the high if you're bearish and the low if you're bullish. Well, I'm technically bearish right now, because I think the PM session is what's going to be bullish, because we're going to be targeting the highs. So I'm going to wait, because I don't know if this 4-hour candle is going to create more upside action, which would be that wick, right? So, and we still have 4 hours for something to form. So that's the trick with these candles. It could be that this is the high and it's going to go lower, but I don't really know if I trust it, you know? This would be around 300 points here if we were to just use that high as a stop loss. But right now I'm not seeing anything that I want to enter into. It did take out this liquidity here, and obviously that liquidity, this high took out this liquidity from when people were trying to get into the sell because they FOMO'd in. I don't know, something's telling me to wait. So we got a nice amount of profits, so 175 so far, and I would like to not get into any trades that are going to diminish that and then get inside of my head. So let's see what kind of patterns the market is going to create first before we enter into anything, because this 10 a.m. candle could be manipulating us into thinking it's going to go lower, but this was just manipulation to then see price continue higher to the highs if the market is very bullish. Keep in mind, this is the midnight open around here. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Midnight open. Yeah, so we came below midnight open, which is right here. That was the manipulation. And for some reason, I have a feeling that they might want to just push price higher here, and maybe this is the low. We have this bearish level, fair value gap, that was disrespected. Price could be using it as support for higher prices now, and we could be targeting those highs. So I'm gonna wait a bit and see. I do want to enter. There's part of me that wants to enter because I don't want to like lose this entry. But at the same time, sometimes you have to be patient because you never know. We have this bearish level that was already traded through and used as support. I think they could still take it lower one more time and then trade above it and then use it as support. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. I don't really want to get into anything yet. We got a nice start to our trading, and I want to wait to have some more confidence backing my trade. Right now, I think I would just be kind of gambling and FOMOing into something, not really knowing the idea behind the market. But this to me is looking bullish. It does seem like we're building that we manipulated near midnight open, and now price could be creating that low for that 10 a.m. candle, which will turn green. Um, that's by the looks of it, that's what's going to happen. But let's see if we get like a better confirmation and a better entry. I don't really want to rush into anything. I really do think maybe they might want to manipulate. You see how people are probably, there's a lot of lows here, a lot of wicks. This could be manipulation. I'm gonna sign off of this account here and end this to stream it so I can save it and record it for you guys. And then I'm gonna open it on another tab so that I can stay with the market while this is loading in the